So our next talk will be given by Guillaume. Lemaitre is a researcher at Telecom and part of the perception and acoustic design group. And he will talk about acoustic characteristics of emotions in voice. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I jumped to the wrong talk. But temporal perception, sound quality, and sound design, so which reflects the topic of the group.
Exactly.
So.
Hi, so good morning everyone. So, yeah, my name is Guillaume Lemaitre, I'm from Reihe in Paris. And first of all, I would like to thank the organizers for inviting me over to this workshop, which has been extremely interesting so far, and which really feels like a family gathering, so that's really cool to be here today. Yeah, so today I will not talk about music. What I will talk about is about sound quality and sound design, which means that I will take the point of view of the industry and engineering. What I'm referring to when I'm talking about sound quality is a set of studies that are done to assess how well the sound of a product, which can be anything that is man-made, like a vacuum cleaner or printer, how well the sound of these products will contribute to the aesthetic, to the functional and emotional aspects of that product. And you will see that most of these studies are done in the case of the transportation industry. And what I will do in this talk is I will try to first to give you an overview of a methodology that is very commonly used in this area, and that I will illustrate with an example, and then I will try to outline what I think are the issues with this method and how the current research on sound perception and auditory recognition could help improve these methods, and that will lead me to something which is called sonic interaction design. Okay, so sound quality in this industrial context usually use a methodology that can be sketched by this picture, so in which we have three steps. So the first step is we start with a product, which here is a car or a car engine noise, and the first thing to do is to understand what people perceive from the sound, and to describe the temporal perception of this sound. So this can be done with experiments or with models, and this gives us temporal descriptors or features or cues, whatever you can call them. And in the second step, you have another set of experiments in which you will ask people to rate or assess the quality of the sound, whether it's good or bad, whether it fits a function or not. And of course, the goal of the whole thing is to rate everything together with some kind of cost regression to provide a model that will allow users or customers to predict the quality of a given sound from its signal. Okay, so let's look a little bit more into detail of how this is done. So the first step is to study the pattern of the sound, the perception of the sound. It can be done with experiments, and the most common method is only to use discriminated judgments and multidimensional scaling. We all are familiar with the famous Telecom study in 1995 that everyone draws upon. So that wasn't for musical instruments, and Patrick Suzini applied that to industrial sounds. People will also use semantic differentials or methods such as free classification and visualization. So that's when we do an experiment, but very often too, people don't do experiments, they just use software packages that compute descriptors from the signals, and the most common packages are provided by companies such as Acoustics or Genesis and Rural Care, or toolboxes like Air Constant Descriptor or the MRI toolbox by Olivier. And from these toolboxes, the descriptors that people use more often are, of course, pitch and loudness, which are not really timbre, but within timbre we have sharpness, roughness, fluctuation, strength, and tonality. And these descriptors are very often based on Vicker and Fassel's book from 1991. And in the industry, people from the industry really like these descriptors, especially because some of these have been normalized and standardized, and that's something that is very useful. Okay, and so the output, anyway, whatever the method, the output of this step is a set of values that are computed from the signals that we call descriptors. The second step is the quality estimation. Like most of the cases, it's very simple. People will play the sound to subjects or potential customers and ask them to rate them whether they're good or bad. That's the simplest solution, or whether they're pleasant or unpleasant. It can be refined by using comparisons, references, or using sortings instead of ratings. But anyway, so the idea is always to somehow rate how good or pleasant a sound is. And the output of this. And the methods, some of the methods have been somehow standardized by drawing inspiration from the recommendation of the International Telecom Union, who have issued some recommendation for the evaluation of the quality of audio codecs, audio algorithms generally. And in industry, for the sound quality of every product, people will use a lot of these methods, or custom-made measure. And so the output of this step is a set of, or at least one matrix, one value per sound of quality. And then we have, on the one hand, one value of quality, and on the other hand, a set of descriptors, a long list of descriptors usually, and we have to put everything together by some kind of regression of modeling. And the most common method is to use multilinear regression. The idea is that we have, on the one hand, this quality matrix, on the other hand, a set of descriptors, and we will try to find the best linear combination of these descriptors to explain the quality, or to predict the quality metric. And so the output of all these things is a model that can predict from the signal the perception of the quality of a given sound for a given product. That's what the industry calls objectivation of quality. Okay, now what I will do is illustrate this method with an example of a study that I did by myself. I took an example of one of my studies because what I will do next is criticize it. And I feel more comfortable criticizing my own work than some other people's work. Okay, so to give you a little context, so this study was about wind buffeting. So what is wind buffeting? When you're driving your car, especially at high speed, the sound that you will hear within the vehicle is created by the vehicle moving through air, so it's aerodynamic noise. And especially when there are other vehicles around or obstacles, these obstacles will create turbulency that will create fluctuations. That's what is called wind buffeting. So here is an example of aerodynamic noise without buffeting. And here is an example of wind buffeting. So I don't know if you can hear this random low fluctuation of the noise. So that's very annoying. And car makers try to reduce this fluctuation by working on design of the hood especially. And here we were working for a wind tunnel facility that measured this kind of noise, and they wanted to be able to measure how unpleasant these fluctuations are for a given vehicle design. So how did we do that? We used this three-step method. First, we needed to have a description of the sounds, of the timbre of the sounds. We didn't do a proper experiment, which we could have done, but here we just simply used software packages, and we found that probably the most important things to consider in these sounds were the loudness, the sharpness, and the fluctuation strength. Then we did the quality estimation. In this case, as I said, what we wanted to know was how unpleasant the sounds were, so we simply asked subjects to rate how unpleasant the sounds were. Using scales, we used a method that is, well, anything. that has been standardized and proposed by the International Telecom Union called MUSHRA, which stands for Multiple Stimuli with Hidden Reference and Anchor. The idea is that instead of grading sounds one by one, people have several sounds on the screen, so that makes things easier because you can compare them. And within these sounds, there are always two sounds that always come again and again, which are the hidden reference and anchor. We use usually the worst and the best sounds, and that really help stabilize the judgment of the subject because you have always these two references. Okay. And then we try to put everything together by using stepwise multilinear regression, and that gave us a function that relates the quality, the unpleasantness from the loudness, the sharpness, and the fluctuation. And unsurprisingly, we found that loud sounds, sharp sounds, sound with a lot of high frequencies, and sound with a lot of fluctuation were more unpleasant than the other ones. And by using statistical inferences on the subject, we had confidence interval that drew a model that could predict the quality of the unpleasantness from the signals, and also tells whether two sounds are alike. The difference of quality between two sounds is important. Okay, so this method is rather common. I mean, there are many variations. It's not always that simple, but that gives you an idea of how it works, and it's really commonly used for many types of sounds from the transportation industry. It's widespread in car sound, aircraft sounds, any kind of vehicle sounds, but also for more appliances and consumer electronics, things like computers, printers, cameras. Recently, it has been used a lot for evaluating the annoyance of wind turbines, for instance, and it has also been used for things a little bit more complicated, like judging the quality of loudspeakers. Okay, so now what I will do is try to outline what I think are the issues with these methods. The first set of issues that I see is really about the kind of representations that we are using. As I said, most of industrial studies use things that are based on Zwicker and Fassel model of peripheral processing. Basically, they use always the same kind of descriptors that was mentioned: loudness, sharpness, roughness, frequency, tonality. And well, there is this. That's really became a gold standard in this field. Like, perception of sound is loudness, sharpness, fluctuation, strength, roughness, and tonality. And as I guess you will probably agree that this probably does not fully capture our perception of sound. Especially if you remember what Trevor Agus mentioned yesterday, his study in which he showed that people can really perceive and memorize really fine-grained features of meaningless texture that cannot be captured by such a simple representation. And also, what is concerning me a lot is that when we're talking about the sounds of a car, sound of an engine, what people hear and what people describe when we ask them to describe what they heard is not a loud sound with a lot of low frequencies and a sharp onset. What they are describing is the sound of a car door, which is heavy and metallic. So what they perceive is the source of the sound. And it's actually not trivial to find the relationship between the perception of the sound sources and the sound source properties and the features of the sound. And it's especially if you're using such low-dimensional representation of the sound. Another thing that is important for the perception of sound sources is the time aspect. The temporal patterns of sound is extremely important to perceive the identity of the sound source, and this is not captured at all by this kind of static representation of sound, which are in most of the cases average over time. So I think that the good news is that the current research in sound perception is extremely useful to solve these issues. First of all, I think the community should really use more up-to-date representation of sound. Better up-to-date models of auditory processing, things like receptive phase, modulation spectrum, and especially take a look at more join spectral temporal features, for instance, such as the things that Clara talked about yesterday. To me, the second important issue is really about the regression, and especially using blind linear regression, which is extremely widespread in the community, is extremely sensitive to overfitting. You have, as I said, on the one hand, one value, which is the quality, on the other hand, a set of usually a very long list of descriptors, and you're trying to find a combination of these descriptors that explain the quality. You will actually find many combinations that work. So then you're trying to make sense of that, find the combination that is more plausible, but well, you don't really know. It really looks like data fishing to me. And another problem is that statistical inferences that we're making, the statistical inferences made on the subjects. So we're generalizing on the subject, but not on the stimuli, which means that in theory, everything we found is limited to the set of sound that we're using in the study. So overall, it means that the generalization power of this method is extremely weak, which is a problem because, of course, we're trying to build a model that, for instance, an industry will use to evaluate systematically the quality of its products. So I think really we should take inspiration from machine learning and especially music information retrieval, in which this problem of generalization is extremely important, and they have techniques to do that. And something that looks also very promising, and that's actually Bruno Giordano gave me this idea that we could probably think of a statistical method that make inferences both on listeners and stimuli. And there are other ideas out there that are very interesting to rate quality and sounds or parameters, which is reverse correlation I know Jean-Pierre, did you? No, you didn't speak about it. Okay. Well, I won't try to explain that, but I think that's a very interesting idea to pursue. Okay, and finally, I think the third issue is really about what is quality. The idea that we give sounds to people, like an encouraging sound, like, well, this is good or bad, doesn't really make sense. As I said from the beginning, sound quality is about evaluating, assessing how well the sound fits within the function of a product. And that's something we should really keep in mind. The quality of the sound can only be assessed if we consider what is its function for a product. And I think the idea should not be to try to find whether a sound is good or bad, or pleasant or unpleasant, which is also important, but try to design sounds to foster more pleasant, more intuitive, and more natural interaction in products. And this idea is actually to move from this more sound quality to sonic interaction design. And I will now try to explain what I mean by sonic interaction design. So the first thing I want to say is that sounds, which is trivial, is that sounds are dynamic stimuli. Sounds evolve in time, right? And more than that, there is a very close link between auditory perception and motor behaviors. For instance, in my own work, I've seen that just by playing back the sound of an action, of a human action, will prime making that action. Just hearing the sound of someone tapping on the board or scraping the board will prime you, will facilitate making that action of tapping or scraping a board. And we know from cognitive neuroscience literature that there are actually much overlap in connection between sensory and motor cortical networks in the brain. So there is a very close link between hearing and making actions. And the idea of sonic interaction design is precisely to use this link between auditory perception and action. The idea of sonic interaction design is to use continuous sounds that are generated by the user interacting with a product, with an object, to guide and facilitate an interaction with that object or product or interface. And I will give you two examples of that, which I think very interesting, in the fields of sport and motor rehabilitation, which I think are very important fields for sonic interaction design. So the first study was done in the group of Thomas Hermann here in Germany. So that's the sonification of a swimmer's movements. So the idea is that the swimmer has some sensor on the limbs, and when he swims, or she swims, it generates sounds continuously, and the swimmer will use these sounds that are generated continuously to try to improve her movement or swimming gestures and learn how to optimize her swimming gesture to water. And here we have something very interesting, in which the sound is really facilitating or guiding the gesture learning. Another very interesting study was actually conducted in the group, well, not only, but in part in the group of in the ParisTech group now, in Marseille, and it was the sonification of the handwriting of children with dysgraphia, so trouble with writing. And by sonifying the pen and the gesture that children are making while they are writing down things, they showed that that could help the children improve the fluidity of their movement and eventually and hopefully how they write. So I think these two examples are extremely fascinating, and that's, I think, where the community should be heading to. Trying to use sounds not to know whether they're pleasant or good or bad, but just how well they could help improve interaction with things or with products. And to finish up, so in sound quality, the idea is that we had static sound descriptors, and we wanted to know how the quality of the sound, whether it's pleasant or unpleasant, is related to these descriptors. In sonic interaction design, the idea is to know how the dynamic features of sounds, or sound models, in fact, usually, can help and guide and facilitate actions. So, and I think that's a fascinating topic that binds to the recent research in auditory cognition, the interaction between sensory perception and motor behaviors. Thank you.
So, thank you very much. Other questions?
Hi, Guillaume. Thanks for the talk. It was really interesting. A quick question about using things like cross-validation for more kind of statistical modelling, things like multi-faceted models and multilinear regression. I'm aware that that's used in, it's starting to be used by, in some of the biology and ecology literature, but I haven't seen it used anywhere in MIR or in music perception. Are you aware of any studies where they have done this kind of thing?
Well, that's, yes. Okay, your point will talk about that.
Ah, okay.
What's the question?
Cross-validation in MIR.
Yeah, cross-validation. Well, in cross-validation, basically using cross-validation in regression models and
so we do that in MIR, but usually in MIR we have much more data which allow to do cross-validation. The problem of cross-validation is that it's something which is possible when you can not use all the data to train a model, so that you can do it several times. In perceptual experiment, usually you have less data, so it becomes tricky to do a regression with less data because of the uncertainty. So.
Yeah, no. So, well, I've tried to do that with my own data, and what happens when you do cross-validation with little data is that nothing becomes significant. So I think that's why people usually give up on that very quickly.
Okay, so we have to catch up a little in time. That's why maybe we can stop the discussion here.